Yeah, Baba's here smiling away in his pink coat, his white chadra and pajamas, and giving his signature blessing and saying, Baba loves you all and always with each one of you. I was saying, is there anything you need to ask? You can.
Yes, Baba. I was just thinking today, can you clear or discuss the concept of God and Baba? I know you have said you are God and you are one with God, and also you said that you are the original soul who went through the process to be reunited with God again. So, which means there was a separation of Baba's soul with God, and then there was a union. So it gives me the idea that there is similarity and also a difference between Baba and God. So I always had this question of what is the difference and what is the similarity. If you could deal with this topic today, please.
Okay, so Baba's saying interesting, but I'll keep it very brief. He's saying a long, long time ago, I have explained to you the concept where Jesus Christ
Yes.
says, I am the Son of God.
Yes.
If you remember.
Yes.
And I am God itself. So if the whole universe takes Jesus Christ as God, and if he has the same DNA of his Father, is there a difference? I have explained this and given this as a chapter lecture a long, long time ago.
Yes, Baba.
Correct?
Yes.
So if your children carry the same DNA, they are very much part of you. Correct?
Yes.
But they still come with their own journey, they come with their own spiritual understanding, the whole karmic cycle. And that lineage keeps only growing, right?
Yes.
And they marry, they have children, and that lineage keeps only expanding. And then we come to the stage where we say our ancestors, right? So we are no different from where we started and where we are today, or the lineage that exists. So it's the same. It's the same DNA.
You're right.
So if Jesus Christ is a representation of God Himself, and says, and the whole universe takes Him as being God, as I was Jesus Christ myself, right? But Jesus Christ says, I'm the Son of God. So if I have said in the past that there was a disconnect, it actually doesn't mean like that. It is the same energy, and I have just last week we spoke on, God realization or God actualization, where I have said that you are Baba yourself, but somewhere down the line, the baggage has been so heavy that it has weighed so strongly on your soul that you have forgotten what you actually are. And birth after birth, that cleansing process keeps happening. So, it's like you keep shedding one garment and another one till you feel completely light.
Yes.
Right. And then you come to that stage of absolute lightheadedness, or there's nothing more to it. I am what I am. There is no baggage, backwards or forward. And I exist as I always existed. Right.
Correct.
So it's the same concept. I am that same eternal soul that always existed, but keep coming back in different times for different spiritual enhancement or spiritual beliefs or spiritual messages to be given for the good of humanity and mankind.
Right.
And for the universe. So if I have said I have been Jesus Christ, and I have been Buddha, and I have been Rama, and I have been Krishna, and in this avatar I am Meher Baba, every avataric age has been different. So that era when I was, say, Krishna or I was Jesus Christ is completely different from what the needs and necessities of coming back as a spiritual guide or guru in these times is very different. Right?
Yep.
Because moving away from Ice Age to moving today to a complete world of very rapid change, more which is technologically based. Correct? The times are very different. So, in today's time, you probably don't need a Messiah like Jesus Christ or a Messiah like with the no with the attributes of Jesus Christ to exist or come. But maybe an avatar more with the change in times, more like God in human form, right? To move with the times and enhance that period or that era for which God in human form comes and works towards the upliftment of bettering the universal cycle. Make sense?
Yes.
So if I came as Meher Baba and I said in this avataric age I had no need to give any more discourses from what was given in the past, because this is the era of more of awakening, more of understanding, more of being more sensitive towards what is happening in the universe, right? So which will bring in change in how we exist, change in how we are more sensitive towards nature, sensitive towards more preserving nature, right? So things like that is the message that is given through the avatar in different times. Because obviously from the time of Jesus Christ to Krishna to Muhammad, there has been a humongous change in the way the universe has evolved.
Right.
Human thinking has evolved very differently, right? So we are no more in that old age, but we have moved leaps and bounds with the changes that have happened or taken place. And every time there is an avataric, every time there is God that comes in human form, he comes and leaves, that soul comes and leaves impressions on earth or on that planet for a lot of things to enhance and get better. So if I have said that I am going to be very active after I have dropped my body for the next 100 years, there's a lot of rapid changes that are going to happen in the next 100 years. Whether after 100 years there is need for it to continue, or whether that same soul comes back after 700 years, we really don't know. But that's a plan, right?
Right.
As I have said, that I will come back after 700 years. That's the plan. But it can also change. The plan can also change if I'm active in the next 100 years and doing what is required, then there might be a change in plan. But yes, if I have said I will come back in another 700 years, there will be a huge change by the time I come back in another avataric form. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. My question was more of, this is a similarity. You answer the question, the similarity between you and God. Can you also address the other part which I said, therefore, what is the difference between you and God?
There is no difference.
Okay, let me put it this way. Like you said, the father and the lineage of the children, they all carry the same surname and they are the same lineage, and therefore there's no difference of the overall family and the DNA. But yet there is a subtle difference between within the family who is father and who is grandfather and who is son and children. That subtle difference of
Yes, so
God.
those attributes, those characteristics keep changing with time. Right?
Yes.
So coming as the in this avataric age as Meher Baba, you can relate more to me probably on a one-on-one, even if I have not spoken for the last 44 years of my existence. Correct?
Yes.
But that was not taken away from, the message was not taken away from saying that I am God who keeps coming back, or is the same soul that keeps coming back. Just like your soul has taken many births, right? Which you don't remember. You may have come as a pauper, as a king, as a man, as a woman, whatever, in different countries. Your soul's journey has been different, right? In every birth.
Yes.
Likewise, that same soul, that same old ancient soul that keeps coming back, the journey is very different. So, do you think the avataric soul can exist today as Jesus Christ in today's time?
No. I
Right?
got that point very loud and clear. I think it's very clear the similarities and the reasons of why the same soul is born as avatars in different time and era. That's absolutely clear. My question is more focused on therefore the what is the subtle difference, not in the quality, what is the subtle difference maybe in the quantity or the entity of God and that soul who keeps coming back. There has to be even a very subtle difference in the entities, the two entities. So if you could deal with that part to get a better understanding.
Baba Singh, that is in your mind. As far as I am concerned, there is no difference at all. There is no difference at all. I carry the same attributes and the same characteristics as God Himself. If I have proclaimed, I am the same ancient soul that keeps coming back. There is no need for me to change. If you want to know, it's like I've just branched out from that energy
Hmm.
to exist as a different energy. If that answers your
Yes,
question.
that is the direction I wanted to.
Correct. So I've probably just branched out from there
Hmm.
and I exist as a different energy as Baba.
Hmm.
I will again exist as a different energy 700 years from now because that will be the need for me to exist, for that soul to exist in that environment.
So you're saying the branching, when you branch off, you don't diminish. You
No,
still continue to be both in quantity and quality the God personification, and therefore it is not about a separation, but it is just a branching off,
it is just a branching off. That's correct.
and therefore the entire power of the God, like the way He has created this universe and sustaining and maintaining the universe, you have the same power, quality, all
All
pervasiveness.
yes, all pervading, and in my seclusion time, I would connect back to that energy to do my universal work. So even though I branched out, I still have my roots very strong there, correct? So it's like going back to the source to get rejuvenated.
Right.
So in my seclusion time, that's what I used to do. Energize my soul again from the very root to continue doing my universal work. And when I said that my work was completed 100%, it meant that the purpose for which I came and the energies through which I worked, branching out, that purpose was completed. It was carried out 100% to the satisfaction of for which I came, branching out. And then I've merged back into that energy, which is going back to Godhead.
So during the seclusion, obviously, you locked yourself and your body was not caging the soul anymore. Your soul was connecting back and
Yes,
assuming the same energy as which is all pervading,
yes,
omnipotent and omnipresent,
yeah.
omnisense. And then,
It's like when you're sleeping, in your sleep stage, you really, you're dead to the world, right? It's only when those energies within you get activated, you're back to your environment
right.
of